Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Hakodash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the bishops, and the elders of GMS who rules well. Peace and salutations to the elect. My name is Aina. The title of the video is a basic understanding of who the book is for, right? And the book being the Bible, of course, all right? And the simple, straight answer right now is for the Israelites, all right? The Bible was written to and for the Israelites, all right? The words are, for us. The scriptures say things written aforetime, which I don't have that precept. This would be a quick little lesson, with a basic understanding of what the title says, basically. Whatever I get through the spirit, I'll bring out. The one I was just about to bring out, things written aforetime, right? Which is Romans 15:4. It says, let's do Romans 15:4 in the NLT here. It says, such things were written in the scriptures long ago to teach us. And the scriptures give us hope and encouragement as we wait patiently for Yahweh's promises to be fulfilled. All right. And, the promise of what? The law, statutes, and commandments been written in our inward part. So from here, I was thinking about going to Romans 9, but we can get Hebrews 8 really quick. A new covenant. All right. It says Hebrews 8:7 says, for if that first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second. For finding fault with them, the Israelites, he said, behold, the days come, said the Lord, Yahweh Bashmi Washah, when I'll make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Right there's no one else mentioned, right? It says, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, right? So our fathers, our forefathers, right? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? And so on and so forth, right? Because it says, because they continue not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, said the Lord Yahweh Bashma Washah. It says, for this is the covenant I will make with the house of Israel after those days, said the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind, write them in their hearts. I will be to them a power, and they shall be to me a people. And they shall not teach every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord, for all shall know me from the least to the greatest. For I will be merciful to their unrighteousness, and their sins and their iniquities will I remember no more. And that he said, the new covenant he have made the first old. Now that which decayeth and waxeth old is ready to vanish away. Right. So this is a part of the promise. The new covenant goes into us having the law, statutes, commandments into our inner parts. Right. Which will make us immortal. All right. But because we once we have the law, statutes, in our inner parts, we won't be able to sin. Right. And again, this is was only for the Israelites. All right. Romans 9:4 says, who are the Israelites? To whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants. And I just read that he was going to make a new covenant with who? The Israelites. All right. It says, who are the Israelites to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of Yahweh Bashmi Washah and the promises, right? Whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Yahweh Shai came, who is overall Yahweh blessed forever. Amen. All right. So, and I even got those precepts going to Matthew, where Yahweh Shai is sent for Israel, right? Save that which is lost. All right. So, matter of fact, we'll just go to it. All right. We'll start with Matthew 18:11. I probably should have got the first one, but we'll get it next. Right, Matthew 8:11, it says, take heed that ye despise not one of these little ones, for I say unto you that in heaven their angels always do behold the face of my Father which is in heaven. For the Son of Man is come to save that which was lost. Right. So what was lost? we as a people, a perfect example is the Persians, right? Iran, they're the Persians, and they're at war right now. And something recently that they have said was that they have is an ancient Iran is an ancient country or nation. It's been around for thousands of years, right? Even China has said the same thing recently, right? That China, has been around for a long time, is going to continue to be around for a long time, right? But we as a people, we forgot who we were, right? We can't say, you know, I mean, I can say, but a new believer that hasn't learned yet, ask him, where you came from, you might say Africa. You know, he don't know because we were brought here through slavery. But the scriptures explain all of that. But it's because we fell away from who we were that we don't know, right? And that's why Yahushua came to save that which was lost. Because not only that, the Most High stopped dealing with us. Right? He had to send his only begotten Son to save us and deliver us, right? This is Jeremiah 17:4. It says, "And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever." Right. And we're fulfilling this. Right. We're serving our enemies in the land that we know of not. Right. Everyone else is in their own respective places. Right. They all have a seat at the UN and the council, and they pick what's fair, for themselves. They're able to govern and things like that. But when it comes to the Israelites, they have no seat. All right, they don't say what they want, how they think the world should continue and flourish. Right, they have all the other nations are doing that. All right, Matthew 15:24. Yeah, I'm gonna just read the point. It says, but he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. NLT says, then Yahweh said to the woman, I was sent only to help Yahweh's lost sheep, the people of Israel. Now, this woman here is an Israelite, right? But he was supposed to go to the tents of Judah first, right?